Welcome back to our channel, my dear friends. I hope you are happy, healthy, and ready to learn something powerful today. Today, we are going to talk about the power of reading. A book may look like a simple collection of pages, but inside those pages you can find knowledge, ideas, courage, wisdom, and life-changing lessons. Reading can improve the way you think, speak, work, and make decisions. It can take you into the minds of successful people and teach you lessons that may have taken them many years to learn. You do not need to read hundreds of books in 1 month. Even a few pages every day can slowly improve your mind and change your future. Reading gives you new words, better ideas, stronger focus, and a deeper understanding of life. In this video, we will discover how reading can make you wiser, more confident, more creative, and more successful. So stay with me until the end, because these 7 lessons may inspire you to open a book and begin a habit that can transform your entire life. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Reading changes the way you think. Every successful person understands one simple truth. If you want to change your life, you must first change your mind. And one of the best ways to change your mind is by reading. Books are more than just words on paper. Every page contains someone's knowledge, experience, mistakes, and lessons. When you read a good book, you are learning from people who have already faced challenges, solved problems, and discovered valuable ideas. Instead of spending years learning everything by yourself, you can learn in a much shorter time through reading. Reading also helps you think more clearly. It teaches you to slow down, understand different ideas, and make better decisions. A person who reads regularly does not react to every situation with emotion. They learn to think before they speak and act before they complain. Another great benefit of reading is that it expands your imagination. When you read, your mind creates pictures, understands new situations, and explores different possibilities. This makes you more creative and better at solving problems in everyday life. Many people spend hours scrolling on social media every day. They keep watching short videos that entertain them for a few seconds, but they learn very little. At the end of the day, they often cannot remember what they watched. Reading is different. Every chapter gives you something valuable that stays with you for a long time. It fills your mind with useful ideas instead of empty distractions. Reading also improves your communication. The more you read, the more words you learn. You understand how to express your thoughts clearly. You become a better speaker, a better writer, and a better listener. These skills can help you in school, at work, in business, and in your personal relationships. Do not think that you need to read for many hours every day. Even reading for just 15 to 20 minutes daily can make a big difference over time. One page becomes one chapter. One chapter becomes one book. One book becomes new knowledge, and new knowledge slowly changes your thinking. The most important thing is consistency. Read a little every day, even when you are busy. Just as your body becomes stronger through regular exercise, your mind becomes stronger through regular reading. Always remember this. A good book cannot change your life by sitting on a shelf. It changes your life only when you open it, read it, and apply its lessons. So, make reading a daily habit. Every page you read is an investment in yourself, and every lesson you learn brings you one step closer to becoming the person you want to be. Lesson 2. Reading gives you the knowledge that others don't have. Knowledge is one of the greatest powers in the world. No one can steal it from you. And the more you learn, the more valuable you become. Reading is one of the easiest and most powerful ways to gain that knowledge. Every book teaches you something new. It may teach you how to become more confident, how to manage your money, how to communicate better, how to build good habits, or how to solve problems. Every time you finish a book, you become a little wiser than you were before. The beautiful thing about reading is that you can learn from people who have spent years studying and gaining experience. They have already made mistakes, found solutions, and discovered valuable lessons. When you read their books, you receive that knowledge in just a few hours. Reading also helps you make better decisions. Many problems in life happen because people act without enough knowledge. They make quick decisions based on emotions instead of understanding the situation. But when you read regularly, your mind becomes calmer and wiser. You begin to think carefully before making important choices. Another benefit of reading is that it helps you understand the world from different points of view. You learn that every person has a different experience, different ideas, and different ways of solving problems. This makes you more open-minded and helps you respect others while thinking for yourself. Reading also builds confidence. When you know more, you speak with more clarity. You can join conversations, share ideas, and explain your thoughts without feeling afraid. Knowledge gives you confidence because you know you have something valuable to offer. Do not read only to finish a book. Read to understand. Take your time. Think about what you are learning. Ask yourself, how can I use this lesson in my own life? Knowledge becomes powerful only when you apply it. Remember, every page you read is adding something valuable to your mind. While others may spend their time on things they will forget tomorrow, you are building knowledge that can help you for the rest of your life. Never stop learning, because every book you read makes you a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Lesson 3. Reading improves your focus and concentration. In today's world, many people find it difficult to focus. Notifications, short videos, messages, and social media keep pulling the mind in different directions. We start one task, but after a few minutes, we check our phone. Because of this, our attention becomes weak. Reading can help train your mind to focus again. When you read a book, you must give attention to the words, ideas, and meaning. Your mind follows the story or understands the lesson step by step. This slowly improves your concentration. At first, you may find it difficult to read for even 10 minutes. Your mind may become distracted. You may feel like checking your phone or doing something else, but do not give up. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Start with a small goal. Read for 10 minutes without touching your phone. Then slowly increase the time to 15 or 20 minutes. After some days, you will notice that you can sit calmly and read for longer periods. This habit can help you in every part of life. Better focus can help you study more effectively. It can help you complete your work faster. It can improve your listening skills and help you understand people better. It can also help you make fewer mistakes because your mind is fully present. Reading also teaches patience. A book does not give you everything in a few seconds. You must continue page by page. You must wait for the full idea, lesson, or story to develop. This trains your mind to stop searching for instant entertainment all the time. Choose a quiet place for reading. Keep your phone away. Sit comfortably and give your full attention to the book. You do not need to read quickly. Read slowly enough to understand the meaning. When your mind becomes distracted, gently bring your attention back to the page. Do not become angry with yourself. Every time you return your focus, you are training your brain. You can also keep a pencil or notebook near you. Write down useful ideas or important lines in your own words. This keeps your mind active and helps you remember what you read. Do not read only with your eyes. Read with your full attention. A focused mind is a powerful mind. It can learn faster, work better, and make wiser decisions. By reading every day, you are not only gaining knowledge, you are also building the ability to control your attention. Always remember, where your focus goes, your energy follows. Reading teaches you to place that focus on something meaningful. So open a book, remove distractions, and give your mind the training it needs. A few quiet pages every day can help you become calmer, sharper, and more focused in everything you do. Lesson 4. Reading builds confidence. Confidence does not come only from speaking loudly or looking strong. Real confidence comes from knowledge. The more you learn, the more confident you become. And reading is one of the best ways to build that confidence. Every time you read a good book, you learn new ideas, new words, and new ways of thinking. This helps you express yourself more clearly. You can join conversations, share your opinions, and speak without feeling nervous because you have something valuable to say. Reading also helps you make better decisions. When you understand more about life, people, and success, you feel less confused and more prepared to face challenges. This gives you the confidence to handle difficult situations calmly. Another benefit of reading is that it teaches you to keep learning. You no longer fear saying, "I don't know." Instead, you become excited to discover new knowledge. This learning mindset makes you stronger every day. Do not worry if you are not a fast reader. Reading is not a race. What matters is understanding and applying what you learn. Even a few pages each day can improve your confidence over time. Remember, the more you feed your mind with good knowledge, the more you believe in yourself. A confident person is not someone who knows everything. A confident person is someone who never stops learning. So pick up a good book today. Every page you read is helping you become wiser, stronger, and more confident than you were yesterday. Lesson 5. Reading helps you make better decisions. Every day we make decisions. Some are small, and some can change our future. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your decisions. One of the best ways to make better decisions is by reading. Books give you knowledge, wisdom, and different ways of thinking. They help you understand what works, what does not work, and why. When you read regularly, you begin to see problems more clearly instead of reacting with fear or emotion. Reading also teaches you to think before you act. Instead of making quick decisions, you learn to ask important questions. What is the best choice? What could happen if I do this? Is there a better way to solve this problem? These simple questions can help you avoid many mistakes. Another great benefit of reading is that it improves your judgment. You become more patient, more thoughtful, and more careful with your choices. Whether it is choosing good friends, managing your time, learning a new skill, or planning your future, reading helps you make smarter decisions. Reading also reminds you that every decision has a consequence. Good decisions bring good results over time, while poor decisions often create unnecessary problems. The more you learn, the easier it becomes to choose the right path. You do not need to finish a book in one day. Read a few pages, think about the lessons, and ask yourself, how can I use this in my own life? Knowledge becomes valuable only when it is put into action. Always remember, one wise decision can change your future, and one good book can help you make that decision. So make reading a daily habit. Every page you read is helping you become a wiser thinker, a better decision maker, and a stronger person. Lesson 6. Reading expands your imagination and creativity. Reading does not only give you information, it also helps your mind imagine new ideas, new places, new possibilities, and new ways of living. When you read, your brain becomes active. It creates pictures, connects ideas, and helps you see things that are not directly in front of you. This is why reading is so powerful for creativity. When you watch a video, everything is already shown to you. You can see the faces, places, colors, and actions. But when you read a book, your mind has to create those pictures by itself. You imagine the people, the surroundings, the situations, and the emotions. This gives your brain a strong creative workout. The more you read, the better your imagination becomes. A strong imagination is not useful only for artists or writers. It is useful for everyone. It helps you solve problems, build new ideas, plan your future, and understand different situations. Before you create anything in real life, you usually create it first in your mind. A person with a strong imagination can look at a problem and think, there may be another way to solve this. They do not feel trapped by one idea. They search for better choices and smarter solutions. Reading helps you develop this kind of thinking. Suppose you face a difficult problem at work, in your studies, or in your personal life. If your thinking is limited, you may believe that there is only one solution. But if you have read many useful ideas and understood different experiences, your mind has more options. You may remember a lesson from a book. You may connect two different ideas. You may find a solution that you never considered before. That is creativity. Creativity does not always mean creating a painting, writing a song, or designing something beautiful. Creativity also means finding a simple solution to a difficult problem. It means improving the way you work. It means thinking differently when everyone else is following the same path. Reading also introduces you to different worlds and different types of people. Through books, you can understand how people think, how they face challenges, and how they make important choices. You can experience stories and situations that may be completely different from your own life. This expands your mind. You begin to understand that there is not only one way to think or live. You become more open-minded. You learn to look at a situation from different sides before making a judgment. This is very important because a narrow mind sees only one answer. A wide and creative mind sees many possibilities. Reading can also help you dream bigger. Sometimes people limit themselves because they have never seen or imagined a better future. They think their current situation is the only life possible for them. But books can introduce them to new goals, new skills, new careers, and new ways of thinking. A good book may help you imagine yourself becoming more confident, more successful, more disciplined, or more independent. Once you can clearly imagine a better future, you become more motivated to work toward it. Your imagination gives direction to your effort. If you cannot imagine a better life, it becomes difficult to build one. But when reading helps you see new possibilities, your mind begins to ask powerful questions. What can I become? What can I create? What can I improve? What is possible for my future? These questions can change the direction of your life. Reading fiction can be especially helpful for imagination. Stories take you to different places, times, and situations. You may experience fear, courage, love, loss, hope, and success through the characters. Even though the story may not be real, the emotions and lessons can be deeply meaningful. You learn to understand people better because you see the world through someone else's eyes. This also improves empathy. Empathy means understanding how another person may feel. When you read about different lives and experiences, you become less quick to judge. You realize that every person may be fighting a battle you cannot see. This helps you communicate better and build stronger relationships. Reading nonfiction also builds creativity in a different way. It gives you real information, methods, and ideas. When you combine knowledge from different subjects, you can create something new. For example, you may read about communication, business, psychology, health, and habits. These subjects may seem separate, but your mind can connect them. Those connections can help you develop a better idea, improve your work, or solve a personal problem. New ideas often come from connecting old ideas in a fresh way. Reading gives your mind more material to work with. Think of your mind like a box of tools. If you have only one tool, you can solve only a few problems. But if you keep adding new tools, you become more prepared. Every book gives you a new mental tool, an idea, a question, a method, a story, or a different point of view. The more useful tools you collect, the more creative and capable you become. Reading also helps you improve your language, and language is closely connected with creativity. The more words you know, the easier it becomes to express your ideas. You may have a powerful thought, but without the right words, it can be difficult to explain it. Books teach you different ways to describe feelings, explain ideas, and tell stories. This makes your communication more interesting and effective. You become better at speaking, writing, and sharing your thoughts. But to gain these benefits, you should not read passively. Do not simply move your eyes across the page. Use your imagination while reading. Ask yourself, what picture do I see in my mind? What would I do in this situation? How can I use this idea differently? What lesson can I connect with my own life? These questions make reading more active and meaningful. You can also keep a small notebook beside you. Whenever you find an interesting idea, write it down. Do not worry about making it perfect. Write your thoughts, questions, and possible uses for the idea. Over time, this notebook can become a collection of creative thoughts. Sometimes one small sentence from a book can lead to a powerful idea. It may inspire a video, a project, a new habit, or a better solution. That is why you should not ignore the thoughts that come while reading. Write them down before you forget them. Another useful habit is to read different types of books. If you always read only one subject, your thinking may become limited. Try reading about personal growth, history, business, science, biographies, communication, and stories. Different books exercise different parts of your mind. A biography may teach you courage. A history book may teach you about human decisions. A story may strengthen your imagination. A self-development book may give you practical methods. A science book may help you understand how the world works. When these ideas come together, your creativity becomes stronger. You do not have to agree with every idea you read. In fact, thinking about why you disagree can also improve your mind. Reading teaches you to question, analyze, and form your own opinion. A creative mind does not blindly accept everything. It asks questions, it checks facts, it looks for deeper meaning, it decides what is useful and what is not. This makes you an independent thinker. Remember, your mind needs good material to create good ideas. If you constantly feed it empty entertainment, negative content, and repeated distractions, your thinking may become weak. But if you feed it useful books, powerful stories, and meaningful knowledge, your mind becomes richer. What you put into your mind affects what comes out of it. Better input creates better thinking. Better thinking creates better ideas. Better ideas can create a better life. You do not need to read for hours every day to become more creative. Begin with a few pages. Read slowly. Think deeply. Allow your mind to explore the ideas. Make reading a peaceful time when your mind can grow without constant notifications and distractions. After some time, you may notice that you're thinking differently. You may find it easier to create ideas, understand people, explain your thoughts, and solve problems. That change does not happen by accident. It happens because every book opens a new door inside your mind. Always remember, imagination is the beginning of creation. Before something becomes real, someone must first imagine it. Reading strengthens this ability and helps you see possibilities where others may see only problems. So keep reading. Explore new ideas. Visit new worlds through books. Ask questions. Connect lessons. Use your imagination. Every page you read gives your mind more freedom to think, dream, and create. A person who reads regularly does not live only one life. Through books, they experience hundreds of lives, thousands of ideas, and endless possibilities. And the more possibilities you can imagine, the more powerful your future can become. Lesson 7. Reading can change your future. Reading is not only a good habit, it is an investment in the person you are becoming. Every time you open a book, you give your mind a chance to grow. You learn new ideas, discover better ways of thinking, and understand life more deeply. These changes may seem small at first, but over time, they can completely change your future. Your future is shaped by the decisions you make every day. Reading helps you make those decisions with more knowledge and wisdom. It teaches you to think before you act, understand problems more clearly, and choose a better direction. A single book may introduce you to an idea that changes your career. A single chapter may help you break a bad habit. A single lesson may give you the courage to begin again. Sometimes, one powerful sentence can stay in your mind for years and guide you during a difficult moment. This is why reading is so valuable. Books can also save you from repeating mistakes. Other people have already faced failure, fear, confusion, and disappointment. When you read about their experiences, you learn what they discovered without having to make every mistake yourself. You begin to understand that success takes patience. You learn that discipline is more important than temporary motivation. You discover that failure is not the end. You realize that growth requires consistent effort. These lessons prepare you for real life. Reading also changes your future by changing your daily habits. When you begin reading regularly, you learn to protect your time. Instead of spending every free moment scrolling through social media, you choose something that improves you. 10 pages may not look like much, but 10 pages every day become hundreds of pages over time. Those pages become books. Those books become knowledge. That knowledge becomes better thinking. And better thinking can lead to a better life. The change may not happen overnight. You may not feel completely different after reading for one day or 1 week. But do not stop. Reading works quietly. Your vocabulary improves quietly. Your focus becomes stronger quietly. Your confidence grows quietly. Your ideas become deeper quietly. Then one day, you notice that you speak better, understand more, and solve problems differently. That is the result of consistent reading. But remember, reading alone is not enough. You must also apply what you learn. If a book teaches you to manage your time, create a better schedule. If it teaches you to communicate clearly, practice speaking with patience. If it teaches you to build good habits, begin with one small habit. If it teaches you to believe in yourself, take action even when you feel afraid. Knowledge becomes powerful only when it changes your behavior. Do not read only to say that you finished a book. Read to become better. Underline useful ideas. Write down important lessons. Think about how they connect with your life. Return to the strongest chapters when you need guidance. A good book is not something you read once and forget. It can become a teacher that you visit again and again. You should also choose your books carefully. Your mind is influenced by what you repeatedly consume. Read books that help you think clearly, live wisely, and become stronger. You do not need to read every popular book. Choose books that match your goals and the person you want to become. If you want to improve your communication, read about language and human behavior. If you want to understand money, read about saving, investing, and financial discipline. If you want to become mentally strong, read about habits, courage, and emotional control. If you want inspiration, read the life stories of people who continued through difficult times. Every good book can become a step toward your future. Reading also gives you hope. During difficult moments, a book can remind you that you are not alone. It can show you that other people have faced pain, uncertainty, and failure and still found a way forward. Sometimes you may not have a teacher beside you. You may not have someone who understands your dream, but a book can still guide you. It can encourage you when you feel lost. It can challenge you when you become lazy. It can remind you of your potential when you begin doubting yourself. That is the quiet power of reading. So begin with a simple promise. Read a little every day. You do not need an expensive library. You do not need hours of free time. You only need one useful book, a few quiet minutes, and the willingness to learn. Read in the morning before distractions begin. Read during a break. Read before sleeping. Carry a book with you or use an e-book when needed. Make reading easy to begin and difficult to avoid. There will be days when you feel tired. Read one page. There will be days when you are busy. Read for 5 minutes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. Always remember, the books you read today can influence the thoughts you have tomorrow. Those thoughts shape your choices, your habits, and your future. A person who reads continues growing. A person who keeps growing becomes more prepared for opportunities. and a person who is prepared can change the direction of their life. So never underestimate the power of one page. One page can give you one idea. One idea can lead to one action. One action can become one habit. And one powerful habit can change your entire future. Keep reading, keep learning, keep applying what you learn. Your future may be waiting inside the next book you choose to open. Reading is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Every page you read makes your mind stronger, your thinking wiser, and your future brighter. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next motivational and English learning video. Keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing. I'll see you in the next video.